Overwatch has had a strong 2025, and if it wants to remain competitive and compete with Marvel rivals, it needs to keep its momentum into 2026, and these are some of the changes I believe Overwatch needs to make in order to stay competitive and relevant. An issue that I see overlooked quite a bit is the lack of maps. We get the occasional push map, we get new game modes, which includes new maps, right, like Stadium, like Flashpoint, but when was the last time we had an escort map, a hybrid map? I can't remember, honestly, and nobody likes Flashpoint, nobody likes push, or at least those are less popular modes. I believe when Ramatra was released was the last time we had a escort map, all the way back in the beginning of 2023. And all these maps that have been released, it's not like they're anything special, they're just maps. They don't push any boundaries, they don't change the game at all, and I feel like Overwatch could really benefit from a map that actually changes, from a map that changes your gameplay experience, or just something new for escort, for hybrid. We're approaching almost 10 years of Overwatch, and I feel like we're still playing the same escort and hybrid maps that we were playing since the game launched. There has really been no variety added since launch. We've maybe gotten a few maps, and I feel like that's almost unacceptable to an extent. We need maps. Maps keep the game fresh. We're good on game modes. Like, I feel like Overwatch has a good, strong amount of game modes. They could tweak the ones that they currently have. We just need maps for those game modes. I would happily sacrifice another season of a mediocre hero release for a new map, or even multiple new maps. I understand that's not how dev time is allocated, and the people that work on maps are not the same as people that work on heroes, but it still is more content. Maybe the hero team can take more time to design the heroes while the map team pushes out a map. I don't know. This game just needs more maps. It's been an area that it has always lacked in and continues to lack in. Number 2, Overwatch needs every hero in Stadium by the end of the year. And when Stadium first released, I'm like, end of 2026, every hero should be in Stadium. But now, looking at it, I don't think every hero is going to make it to Stadium in 2026. And if Stadium doesn't last that long and doesn't get its proper support, every hero might not be in Stadium. I mean, in Season 20, we only had 2 heroes, those being Doomfist and Wu Yang. And Wu Yang was probably worked on for Stadium the same time as his normal kit was being developed. If we keep up that same pace, only 2 heroes a season, there's only roughly, 5 seasons a year, we'll say, maybe 4. At most, that's only 10 heroes that are being added. There's still 14 heroes that need to be added to Stadium. And that's not including the other 2 that are going to be added to the normal base game this year. And Stadium has dropped in player levels. The most recent dev post, you see that Stadium is now 3rd ranked. Well, they don't mention Stadium. They mention that 6v6 is now the 2nd most popular mode in Overwatch, which means Stadium drops to 3 because no arcade modes are more popular than Stadium. Stadium has just had a huge fall from grace, and it continues to fall down because it's not receiving the amount of support it once was, and not all heroes are added. And not having all heroes in there is a big mistake because people play the game for specific heroes, right? I don't play Stadium that much anymore simply because I feel like the gimmick on me kind of weared off, and there's no Alari in there. I like playing Alari, that's why I play Overwatch, right? And my other favorite heroes to play, Baptiste and Ramatra, and those are all gone from Stadium also. So it's like, all the heroes that I like to play the most, I can't even play because they're not in Stadium. Stadium, I feel like, is what Overwatch needs to be pushing more. It's something that's unique to Overwatch, and something that has a lot of potential, but if it keeps getting ignored like this, I know there's been a lot of balancing issues. I haven't played Stadium, so I know, but I heard that there's a lot of competitive issues, a lot of balancing issues with cash that just have been unaddressed for like the past season. And Stadium is just something that overall the Overwatch team needs to lean into. It's unique, and ignoring it I feel like is a huge mistake, especially with how much time they dedicated to it. And once you have every hero added to Stadium, then you can start experimenting with it, like with a draft system, with a hero ban system. Maybe then you could have no mirrors because there's enough heroes in the mode to where you can just experiment with that kind of feature. And then features like that is what really is going to refine Stadium and ultimately make people enjoy it more. And then the third and last issue I'm going to discuss for this video is the lore. Overwatch needs more lore content. Overwatch is still seen negatively overall in like pop culture. Like, oh man, I remember Overwatch back in 2016. It was peak. The story, the animations were so good. Overwatch needs that kind of attention again. And they are heading in the right direction. You look at their Twitter, you look at the game menus, talent has taken over, and we're going to see what that's all about in the next few weeks, and that's good because finally something story-wise is happening in game. This is something we've been waiting for years, and I hope it leads into something massive, like a TV show, like a movie. Just give us something to look forward to lore-wise that isn't just comic strips. Overwatch is a strong IP, its characters are strong, its lore is strong. There is so much potential for a TV show that has just been ignored for years, and a good TV show will completely flip the script on Overwatch and receive it positively in public perception, and that is what the franchise needs. If the IP truly wants to survive, it needs to go beyond a video game. It has that strength. It has the strength for a TV show. Hell, it has the strength for multiple TV shows. You could follow Alari in one. You could follow Farah and her gang in one. You could follow the actual team of Overwatch, of Talon. There is so much potential inside the universe of Overwatch. The world building is fantastic. The world and lore is great. And they've just been sitting on a goldmine this entire time, doing nothing with it. And I think that's why people were so frustrated when the story mode was canceled. I feel like they stepped way over their heads with the whole story mode, the whole PvE, every hero having their own skill tree. But people crave a campaign. People want to see the story of these characters. They love these characters and they want to see more of it, and Blizzard has been denying us more. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. What else do you think Overwatch needs to change? Do you still care about Overwatch? Do you see it as a strong IP? Do you think it should just die in the past? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.